Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays. Hope you guys are having a good day. For those of you who aren't really into the Christmas spirit or the holiday, spirit, regardless, I wish you well. Nothing but the best. And hopefully I can bring a smile to your face and cheer you up. I have a Christmas story. Excuse me. I have a Christmas story. And it's both funny and it is just, I don't know. I thought it was appropriate for this. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people who believe in Santa. And there's a lot of people who still believe in him to this day. Quite honestly, I don't care because I've always stood by what I believe in. And I believe that everyone should have their own beliefs. In other words, you believe what you want to believe. I'll believe what I want to believe. We can respect each other. There's no reason for that. As long as we respect each other, we're good. We'll be all right. And in this case, Santa Claus really played a huge part in this. Growing up, Santa Claus, in my family, he wasn't encouraged, but he wasn't discouraged. So, I guess you could say, growing up in my childhood, it was neutral. It was neutral. So, when it came to Santa Claus, it was neutral. My mom, she didn't encourage the Easter Bunny. She didn't encourage St. Patrick's Day. Believe it or not, St. Patrick's Day I didn't know about until I was 5. So anything St. Patrick's Day and leprechauns and stuff like that, she never said anything about that. The Easter Bunny, she came out and said there's no such thing as an Easter Bunny. So don't be believing in the Easter Bunny. Stop it. The Santa Claus thing, my brother and I grew out of it, and this is a story how I grew out of it. And my brother, he was told up straight up it was Dad. So Dad was Santa Claus. And then the Tooth Fairy, she really, really encouraged. Because again, they're not going to know. They're kids. It wasn't until I got older, like, here, I got my molars out. Give me my $1. Give me $5 for it. You're the Tooth Fairy, give me money. You pull my tooth out, give me money. That's what we did. But Santa Claus in our household, like I said, he wasn't encouraged, but he wasn't discouraged. My mom didn't flat out say, "Oh, he don't exist," like she did with the Easter Bunny. But this is how I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real, and I actually found out about this. And how I found out about this was rather unconventional. Because no one straight up told me he wasn't real. I didn't cause a fight. I didn't do anything. This was when I started kindergarten. I started kindergarten rather late. Because we had moved we were living at Texas at the time before we moved overseas. And we were to write letters to Santa Claus. Now, I never heard of anything about writing letters to Santa Claus because, I've never heard of that. We don't do this. I don't know how you go about it. Because at that moment in time, when you're a little kid, you don't care what you got. You were just happy you got something at that time. You were pretty much humble before you even knew what humble meant or knew what humbleness even was. And so we were supposed to write a letter to Santa, and I was a rather, rather late bloomer. I didn't know how to write. I didn't know how to say certain words, things like that. I knew my ABCs. I knew how to count to 10. I just didn't know how to count a lot farther than the other kids. And the teacher I had, oh my God, this teacher oftentimes forgot that she was teaching elementary school kids. She was treating us like we were like high school kids. Mind you, high school kids are like 14 through 18. We're 5 through 6 years old in kindergarten. We don't know anything, you know. Okay, sorry if the other kids know more, but maybe their teachers were a lot more patient and were teaching more. Maybe it was the school curriculum. Regardless of the matter, she did not like her job. And honestly, she had a temper, or she got frustrated real easily that wasn't really appropriate to be teaching little kids. That's my opinion. But this woman, oh my God, like she was going off. I mean, she goes, write down what you want. So Santa, we had the blah, blah. And I'm like, first off, I didn't know what I wanted. Second of all, like I said, I didn't know how to write very well. And at one point, the first letter, she literally, like, I guess she's like looking at what you doing. She didn't really like how it looked. So she takes the letter and starts to rip it up in front of everybody. And everyone's looking at me, giving me dirty looks like I got her angry. I'm like, I didn't know what happened. Like, I was 5 years old. I didn't know this, you know? And I didn't know what I wanted and stuff like that. And she kept on saying, put down, like, I don't know, like you want a Winnie a Pooh blanket. I just put that down so the freaking witch could leave me alone. You know, here you go. Here's a Winnie a Pooh blanket. Leave me be. Like, I didn't know. I thought when you write a letter to Santa, that's you. That's your personal thing. You know, and they were to send it to Santa, you know, and I had to deal with that again when I was in first grade. And in first grade, again, I didn't really get that good of a result because, again, my first grade teacher, ooh, I hated her too. She ripped that up too. And I'm like, if Santa, writing a letter to Santa, if a child's writing a letter to Santa is going to give you that much frustration, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. You probably should A6 it. But yeah, so I just wrote down I wanted a Winnie a Pooh blanket so that that woman could leave me alone. And the day after school, uh, my mom was asking me, "Oh, what'd you do?" And I said, "I wrote a letter to Santa." She's like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah." "Oh, what do you want for Santa?" I'm like, "What you write? Can I see?" I said, "Yeah, here." You know, I obviously did not care. I didn't care at that point. I was like, I just wanted the day done with. And she reads it and she goes, "Oh, you want a Winnie a Pooh blanket?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess." Because I was like, whatever, you know, whatever. And my mom goes, "Well, what if Santa can't get you a Winnie the Pooh blanket?" And I'm like, "Why wouldn't Santa get me a Winnie the Pooh blanket? I mean, he's got elves, right, that help him with that stuff. Santa's little helpers." She goes, "Yeah, but there's so many kinds. Like, what kind would you want?" And I said, "I don't want one. I just put that down so the teacher will leave me alone or something. I don't want one. I don't care, you know." But she's like, "Why'd you put that?" And I said, "Because the teacher told me to." She goes, "Why would the teacher take it?" Says she got angry at me. She ripped up the letter. I'm like telling her she got angry and ripped up the letter. And she's like, "Okay, so you don't want one?" I was like, "No." I was like, at this point, I was like, "Leave me the hell alone. Can everyone leave me alone?" And she's like, "Well, what do you want?" And I said, "I don't know." And then she's like, "Well, Santa's got to know what he wants." You know, and I said, I actually just came out and just had enough of Santa saying here. And I said, "Santa Claus ain't real, is he?" She goes, "What? Santa Claus ain't real, is he?" She goes, "Who told you that?" And I said, "No one." She goes, "Well, why would you say that?" And I said, "Because you said if I wanted, how would Santa Claus know what to get me if he don't know? What if he can't get me it?" She goes, "Why would you say that if he ain't real?" He's got helpers, right? She goes, "Yes, he has helpers. It's just this and that." And I said, "He ain't real, is he?" You know, even at a young age, I was like, "Don't bullshit me. Don't freaking lie to me." You know, I was a pretty smart kid, you know. I wasn't book smart, but I guess you could say at a young age, I was old enough to know what was a lie, what was not. And I'm still old enough to call it out. And I guess I was calling it. I was like, "He's not real, is he? He's not real, is he?" She goes, "No, he's not real." "Well, he is real, but he doesn't wear a red suit, and he's doesn't have a big belly. He's got a tight belly, but he's not big." And I think I just said, "Is it dad?" She goes, "Yes, it's dad." I said, "Okay." She goes, "Do you want one?" I said, "No, I don't want one. I don't care." "I don't want a Winnie a Pooh blanket." I don't want to wear a blue blanket. Leave me alone. She's like, okay, well, we'll figure out what you want, okay? I was like, okay. I was like, I was done. I was pretty much done at that point. I can't remember what I got for Christmas. I got like a bunch of stuff, some cool stuff, but I didn't want to hear anything about Winnie the Pooh, and I didn't want to hear anything about Santa. Santa Claus was my dad. That's what I grew up with. It. Santa Claus was my dad. And years upon years passed. I was in middle school. And the little kids, when Christmas comes, I was like, I'm gonna ask Santa. I'm gonna tell Santa that I want this, this, and this. And my mom goes, "Oh, you were so nice to the little kids." I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You weren't like those mean big kids that would tell them Santa Claus wasn't real and, be mean about it. You were very nice and very respectful and kind. You didn't shatter those dreams like those other kids did." And I said, "Mom, I didn't really care. I mean, if that's what they believed in, that's what they believed in. I have absolutely no right to tell someone what to believe, what not to believe, because that's not right. You believe what you want to believe. I'll believe what I want to believe. As long as we respect each other and what we believe in, what we don't believe in, we'll be all right." And that's how it should be, about respect. And, Christmas is Christmas. I'm not going to ruin someone's Christmas because I don't agree with certain aspects of it. And that's how it was. Excuse me. Excuse me. I would never ruin someone. So, if Santa Claus was real, he belonged to the little kids. And the big kids and the adults, they had to make their own sort of thing. There was one thing for sure I didn't really agree with Santa Claus, naughty or nice. I'm like, kids are kids. We're going to misbehave one way or another. I highly doubt that maybe breaking a pencil is naughty. Pulling someone's hair is naughty, yes. Dumping paint on someone is naughty, yes. But we learn, we learn what not to do. That's what kids do. I don't know. But yeah, that's my Christmas story. It's a rather messed up, depressing one, but that was my Christmas story, But yet, as you get older, you learn about certain aspects of Christmas, and you learn to adapt, adopt, or just like, no. And in that moment in time, like I said, Santa Claus was not discouraged, but he wasn't encouraged. And it's just about enjoying that mythology and that fantasy. And that's what Christmas is about, to enjoy, certain romances, certain fantasies, to enjoy one another's company, because you're not going to get that forever. You're not going to get that forever. And, as you get older, things change, priorities change, and, it may not have meant a lot to you as it did before, but, Christmas is Christmas, and it is one of those holidays where you're not always going to celebrate. So celebrate it and enjoy it with people you love, because they're not always going to be around, and you're not always going to enjoy it as much, or you're like, I'm not into it anymore. So until then, enjoy it while you can, because you're not always going to get it, and you had kids, let the kids enjoy it. Let the kids enjoy it and things like that. If you're going to encourage Santa Claus, great. When they get a certain age, let them down gently with that belief. And if you're not going to encourage it, okay, that's fine too. Don't, just don't ruin it for them. Don't ruin it for anybody, But yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you guys have a good day, and enjoy the holidays, right?